What's the message to the boys after a game like that, Adam?
Oh, yeah, it's probably a mixed message. Part of it was just it wasn't up to AFL standard and it's not good enough, and we understand we're up against a really strong team that's obviously striving for something a bit different this year than what we are. So there's that element to it. But on the flip side, we got some exposure to some of our younger boys in different positions. We gave some exposure to a few of our smaller forwards through the midfield. So understanding going into the game that there was a risk with that, but at the same time, some exposure against a quality midfield like that for Tash Houghton to play some midfield minutes, for Morris Rioli Jr. to get in there and Seth Campbell. That outweighed the risk. So we looked to the future a little bit and gave him that exposure. But as I said, when you're looking at the numbers, it's just, the weight of numbers is just going to be too hard. They smashed us in all phases. They're a very good team. So, like I said, a bit of a mixed message.
You hear coaches, even like in top 4 and top 8 teams, will say that after a few weeks of being up, you probably almost due a down one. Did it feel like that a bit out there watching them tonight?
It was. I think going into the game, I didn't feel that. But it's amazing what like an injury at the start of the game can do. I was so excited to see Jonty and Harry Armstrong and Simsy and Taj to play in the same forward line together, and not only that, to see Noah Bolter and Ben Miller and for Youngie to play a bit smaller to cover for Brody. So both ends of the ground was really excited to see how that synergy was going to work. And I thought that the start of the game, Noah's first few contests on King, he did an amazing job the first time we played him this year. So it looked like it was like we were in a good spot. Then unfortunately, when Jonty went down, there's obviously a couple of different decisions on who we could send down there to help. And obviously Noah's done that the last few weeks, so we moved him forward. So like I said, didn't feel like it was us just being flat or a game that, as you said, was coming. I think just the unfortunate injury of Jonty just threw us out of whack. Tough one.
Do you have any clarity on the significance of his injury?
Yeah, it looks like he's tweaked his medial, so that's obviously going to end his season. We think it's not too sinister, but I think he's escaped an ACL and things like that. So, he was in good form, Jonty, and it would have been nice for him to finish off the season. And like I said, they've played 5 minutes together, Harry and Jonty, and we can see those two being pillars of our footy club for a long time. And I think like I said, they're not going to be able to do that until next year now. So unfortunate for us, but I can see that the silver lining is when they do play a lot of footy together, they're going to form a great combination for us. So, so just the media right now.
How do you go about managing that with Harry, who young player, exciting future, and yet tonight he's got a bloke by the name of Sam Collins, who's one of the best in the business. How do you manage him after tonight?
Oh well, you just learn from it. We're growing. Like he's got to feel like he's belonging to belong on an AFL field. Isn't just to play well. It's to learn from when you're getting beaten from or against good defenders. So he kicked a goal today, Harry. He had another couple of shots, and he hadn't played for 16 weeks. So we wanted to get him back into AFL, or back at AFL level as quick as we could, based on the fact that he could get a month of footy and get a real clear understanding of what it takes to be a quality forward in this comp. So he'll do that. We'll learn from it. Like I said, Sam Collins is a bloody good defender, and he's going to be up against some good defenders for the next 3 games as well. So he'll get his opportunity to hit the scoreboard. At the same time, he'll learn from when he is getting beaten. So I thought he worked really hard. He kept jumping at the footy right to the end. And Simsy was the same. Simsy had some opportunity that he'll know that he left out there in aerial contests, but there was other times he just jumped it and he played with freedom. And so that's the fluctuation in form we're going to get from younger players, and that's okay.
What was the message at half time and 3/4 time? Is it more educational? You calm yourself, seeing obviously the scoreboard not against you? What was your reaction in this situation?
Oh, you just want to keep playing the right way. Like when you get an opportunity to score, if we weren't getting inside 50s and get an opportunity, but when you're getting the opportunity, I get it. It can sap the energy if you can see those opportunities keep missing. But it was just around playing the right way on all three phases. We couldn't get seduced by the scoreboard. We just wanted to make sure we finished the right way and play trademark footy. And like I said, keep giving our younger players the exposure inside and stick to that process. So, there was a bit of pain today. I feel like may have taken a step backwards, but that's going to happen. We're not going to turn our toes up for the rest of the season. We want to keep growing and we'll keep fighting. So we'll lick our wounds this week and move on and take on the Saints next weekend.
Have you had a word to Toby? You got any views on that incident with the umpire, obviously? Any voice of concern? He's spoken about it?
Oh, no, well, he'll obviously be worried about it, but when we looked at the vision, he wasn't standing behind that protected space. The ball's just landed in that spot, so it's unusual for the ball to land back on the umpy's head. So I think poor umpy got hit by both rucks, so I don't think that's against the rules. He didn't start from behind the protected space and things like that, so it was just an unfortunate thing that the ball landed back on the umpy's head. So two big 100 kilo men ended up crushing him. So that's just a footy act. It's just an accident.
He lost a bit of balance when he bounced it, but obviously your view, just get rid of the bounce then.
Well, yeah. Well, I haven't got a view on the bounce right now, but I know that, like I said, Toby's got his eye on the footy and it's just landed. It's just unfortunate that it's followed the umpy. So, I think if you look behind the umpy, the space was there and he had the right of way to get out of the way. So I don't know, not sure what else Toby could do.
Well, you've got that youth focus and looking to the future. Do you allow yourself moments in those games to look at Nick Floston and the way he continues to perform as an experienced player in this side? Yeah,
well, all of that. For Luke Trainer, he started on a wing today, and when we threw the magnets around, when Jonty went down, he gets an opportunity to go back. We see a future as a defender for Luke, so for him to go and play beside Nick again tonight. Our leaders need to lead during this time. They have been amazing all season doing so. Like I said, there's a split personality in the change rooms right now. We've got young guys that have had an opportunity to or some exposure at playing different positions tonight, but older players that know that that's not good enough and embarrassed by the scoreboard, and that's what we are. We expect to be really competitive and play a certain way, and tonight we didn't do so. So, like I said, we'll take the positives out of giving our younger boys some exposure, but at the same time, just embarrassed by that performance.
Nick's now one of the leading intercept possession players in the whole competition. How important was he, particularly in that first half? And I guess, do you feel as though he should be a contender for All-Australian?
Oh, no doubt. He should be a contender for All-Australian every season because he's so consistent. He plays the right way. He's the way he can read the footy. He sets up our whole defence, and he's been, like I said, this season been outstanding, and his numbers are showing that. So, hopefully he does get rewarded with that. But within our four walls, he gets rewarded every week and highlighted for doing so. So he's an amazing leader of our footy club, in great form again, so consistent. And the reason why we'll fast track, he's one of the reasons why our younger boys will develop as quick as they are, from his guidance and what he's doing during the week as well, and not only just on the field. It's the things that he's doing off the field is something as a coach I'm really grateful for. So, hopefully he does get rewarded at the end of the season.
Is Luke tried to come straight back into the team next week?
Yeah, and Tim Taranto had a good session. We took a real safe approach with Tim, and we could have pushed the envelope for him to come up, but we took a no-risk policy with him, so he got through and he'll be available next week. And Brody was just crook. We've had a little bit of illness going through the place over the last couple of weeks, so Brody couldn't get up, so we'll get three leaders back next week, which will be important to respond in the right way.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.